Astrology isn't just about signs and symbols. It's a tool for navigating real life. Hello, and welcome to Astrology with Elisa. I'm your host, Elisa Dixon, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. This weekend, I was at an indoor soccer game, and as I was leaving, I noticed a woman walking in the same direction with her granddaughter. She was saying, "Be careful of the ice. Come this way with Grandma." So I glanced over and smiled. You know, that look we give each other sometimes. That silent look that says, "I see you. Parenting is a lot. We're in this together." Two women leaving a kid's sports center. Even though I was walking alone, to her, I probably looked like a mom. Or at the very least, an adult who cared about one of the kids in that building. That happens all the time. Just this quiet solidarity between grown-ups. And at first, that's all I thought this was. And then we both froze, made eye contact, and at the exact same time said, "Oh my God!" And immediately, big hugs in the middle of the parking lot. This was someone I worked with years ago. Someone I used to see almost every day, back when my office was in her bank branch. And I was constantly on the road, calling on businesses, visiting lots of bank locations, never sitting still. Very Aries of me. She and I knew everything about each other's lives back then. Family stuff, the good stuff, and the hard stuff. And I hadn't seen her in years. Her granddaughter that was with her that day didn't even exist the last time we talked. We had 5 minutes of the fastest, happiest catch-up ever. And I walked away smiling so big and also laughing a little because the astrology of this meeting was so obvious to me. This had Uranus written all over it. Uranus brings the things you don't see coming. People, events, ideas. It's sudden, erratic, brilliant, lightning bolt energy. It disrupts your plans, but sometimes in the best possible way. Thoughts come fast. Insights come faster. Sometimes so fast you almost miss them. And astrologically, Uranus is actually considered the higher octave of Mercury. So Mercury is the everyday mind, thinking, talking, processing. Uranus is the flash, the download, the "where did that idea even come from" moment. It's the electricity behind the thought. When Uranus is involved, I always brace myself a little because I truly never know what's coming. Even if I think I do, it always finds a way to surprise me. And Saturday, that surprise was just pure joy. Totally unexpected. Right in the middle of an ordinary sports mom Saturday. And here's why I think we're all feeling it right now. Uranus just stationed direct. And when an outer planet stations, from our perspective here on Earth, it basically stops moving and stands still in the sky for days. It sits on the same exact degree and minute. It gets loud. It's like the universe puts a spotlight on that planet and says, "Hey, pay attention to this energy." So Uranus has been extra strong. And I've noticed it, not just on Saturday with this meeting with my old friend. I've been making these sudden decisions. Like Friday, I randomly decided last minute to drive 2 hours to a meeting I hadn't even planned to attend. No big strategy, just, why am I not going? Click. And then I was going. 4 hours of driving, 3-hour meeting, the whole day gone, but it was great. And I came home thinking, I need to do more of that. More movement, more spontaneity, more connection. Because honestly, I felt a little cooped up lately. Yes, quite literally because of the big snowstorm we had last weekend, which none of it has melted, by the way. 1 week later, it's getting a little old. It's still a little bit pretty, but it's definitely gotten old. But also cooped up in my routines, comfort, sameness. And Uranus doesn't love comfort or sameness. Uranus breaks ruts, sometimes gently, sometimes not so gently. Sometimes it's the push we would never give ourselves. If you remember a few weeks ago when Parisa was on the podcast, she shared that when Uranus crossed her midheaven, she got laid off. Just like that. Job gone. That's Uranus too. Not always pleasant. But that shock is what freed her up to step into her dream consulting work. I always say I have a love-hate relationship with Uranus. Mostly hate in the moment, but later I'm like, okay, fine. I can at least see why this happened. And we just had a Leo full moon where almost everything else was piled up in Aquarius. Literally, 5 planets in Aquarius opposite the moon in Leo. And who rules Aquarius? Uranus. So the whole sky has been amplifying this theme of change and breaking patterns. And over the next couple years, with the eclipses moving on to the Leo-Aquarius axis too, and Uranus moving into Gemini in April, this Uranian energy is only going to get louder and move faster. But here's the thing. I'm not talking about this in some big, scary collective way. You'll hear a lot of astrologers talk about world events or chaos or markers for war. That's not what I'm interested in. I care about how this shows up in your actual Wednesday, your routines, your choices, your life, because that's where we have agency. For me, it looked like running into an old friend on Saturday who reminded me of a version of myself I'd kind of forgotten. The version of me who was out in the world more, moving more, connecting more. And it didn't feel random. It felt like a little cosmic nudge. Like, hey, remember her? You liked her. Maybe bring a little bit of that back. Uranus might shock us sometimes, but it's also brilliance, innovation, freedom, a new path you didn't even know existed. And when Uranus moves into Gemini here soon, that lightning energy speeds up even more. More ideas, more conversations, more mental shifts. Things happen fast. So if you notice a sudden idea, a random invitation, a strange detour that feels exciting, don't automatically dismiss it. It might be the next doorway that you're really meant to step through. All right, before I let you go, let me remind you, if you ever want more astrology with me during the week, you can catch me every Sunday over on the Fun Astrology Podcast. It's a daily show where my friends Thomas and Kristen walk through the transits in real time every day. And I share a few more thoughts on the energy every Sunday. I'd love to see you over there. And mark your calendars. I'll be joining Thomas, Kristen, and Dr. Rita Louise for a YouTube live astrology speed read on Sunday, February 15th at 8 p.m. I'll share more details soon on how to tune in, but it's going to be such a fun night together. I hope to see you there. Astrology in action. I love it. As always, I love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much for listening. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Hey, Astro friends, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend, follow the show, or leave a review. Let's keep growing this beautiful little community together.